Under a hail of German bullets, they landed on the beaches of northern France. Today, 75 years later, the sacrifice made by Allied soldiers on D-Day are being remembered. Surviving veterans, now in their 90s, were among those who gathered in Normandy today, back to the beaches where they fought on as young men.
It all came down to a bunch of 18 to 20-year-olds. They were magnificently trained and equipped and supported, but only a few of them had ever been in combat.
It was the largest seaborne invasion in history as the troops, including 14,000 Canadians, landed in France. Thousands didn't make it home, but it was a pivotal moment in the Second World War that paved the way for Western Europe's liberation from Nazi forces.
None of them wanted to be part of another war. But when the test came, when freedom had to be fought for or abandoned, they fought. They were soldiers of democracy. They were the men of D-Day, and to them we owe our freedom.
World leaders gathered in France to take part in remembrance ceremonies, including Prime Minister Trudeau, who paid tribute to the D-Day soldiers, saying they took a gamble the world had never seen before.
Only those who threw themselves against the walls of the fortress of Europe in Normandy know the full extent of what unfolded here 75 years ago. But it is the responsibility of all Canadians to ensure that their story and their sacrifice will never be forgotten.
President Trump joined French President Emmanuel Macron at the U.S. cemetery, putting aside their political differences to remember the courage of Allied troops.
Those who fought here won a future for our nation. They won the survival of our civilization, and they showed us the way to love, cherish, and defend our way of life for many centuries to come.
Macron made a point of recognizing the strong relationship fostered between the UK and France in the wake of the two world wars. With Brexit on the horizon, he says the ties between the two countries are indestructible.
We owe our freedom to our veterans. And whatever it takes, we will never surrender. And whatever it takes, we will always stand together. Because this is our common destiny.